Hey guys, it's Dineth on the Academic Hacker, and this is episode 2 of the Study Smart, Study Hard series. I'm in charge of the study hard sort of half of things, and the first point that I want to talk to you guys about is motivation. Okay, so there's a lot of ways to go about this, but I am going to stick to just 3 just really simple and easy to implement strategies. And the first one is just to have a study group. So that is just to have a group of friends who have the same sort of goals as you and who study similar subjects to you. This is grounded in the idea that it's always like so much easier to do something hard if you have a group of people who just have your back and who are willing to embark on the same journey as you. If someone feels down or if they feel unmotivated, then the others can hype them back up again. Try to push each other, and it really becomes a case of strength in numbers. We had this group of guys in prelim and HSC who had a lot of the same classes, the boys, and we were just like, hey, let's study together, right, lit. But then we had this one like super inspiring guy who basically spearheaded this entire process. He pretty much organized this huge Google Drive folder for us where we would literally share everything, our notes, our essays, our tips, and most importantly, our timetables. And that is what I'm going to focus on. So this leads me to my second tip, which is the use of timetables. Okay, so let's just say it's the first day back, it's term 1 of year 12, and you've got your half-yearly exams coming up in week 6. So you've got 6 weeks of study time, and you're wondering, how do I do well in this exam block? Okay, so what me and my study group would do back in the day was we would take each subject, we would sit down and then we'd think, okay guys, so what tasks do we need to get done in order to feel happy with how we studied in this block of 6 weeks, right? So I'm actually going to bring up an example here of a prelim timetable that me and my friends used in the break, just because we're nerds. Yes, so here we go. It's called Study Lads. Quite cringe. Anyway, so the point here is that we had these like folders with basically everything organized in them. Timetables, you had some past papers in there, we had notes. So let's just have a look at an example of a timetable that we did, right? So this is for English for the half-yearly paper. Basically, we just had to write an essay, right? And the tasks that we split this up into was, so first we need to organize our evidence, then we need to write each paragraph one at a time, then we have to practice to pass the essay questions, right? So we'd set days that we would recommend each other to start on, and also days when the task is due. And we'd even try and force each other to give feedback, and we'd even try to force each other to get feedback off each other and also from our teachers. Now, by no means was I a good student in English. In year 10, I was pretty dumb. I didn't really know how to write well, but after like following this very systematic stepwise process, and after learning as much as I could from my peers and my teachers, I was able to improve quite dramatically. I'm going to show you a few other examples. So that was English. Then I really liked this chemistry one. So once again here, we just kind of wanted to plan out what we do in the holidays, and we'd sort out each of our tasks into days, right? And then for each day, we would see, okay, so like on Friday, I have to get these notes done, and I also have to do this class worksheet. Cool. And then, it just feel a lot more motivating to have these sort of tasks organized clearly like this. But we even did these sort of things for cramming systems. So in this example here, I think we had our exam block in like 2.5 weeks or whatever, and we just split it up day by day. So day by day, how do we do well in this exam? And we would sort out all our tasks into these days. Each day we would look and see these tasks, and we would feel like super like pumped up and pushed to try and get through things day by day, because we would know that, if we fall behind on a particular day, then like there's no time to catch up. So we have to stick onto the schedule, right? And after doing a task, we could cross it out, and it feels pretty bloody good to cross out things after you do them. And this kind of like fuels our motivation. So actually, a few days ago, I saw a video by Ali Abdar, and he raised a very interesting point, like after reading from other people and after reading some books, he raised a very, very interesting point. And it's the idea that motivation sort of comes after you do things and after you get success. It's not like an initial burst which spurs you to first start working. It's like a fuel that you get after you do tasks and after you tick tasks off. And so the use of timetables like these kind of tries to hijack that sort of mindset where after you tick a task off, then you feel, oh sweet, okay, cool, that's done. Now I feel more motivated to try and do some more things. Since you have a group of friends who are all doing the same sort of tasks, then you can all try to keep each other in check and all just try to hype each other up, yeah? And now the final sort of section is sort of how to stay motivated in response to failure, right? In year 12, during the half yearly exams, I didn't really study too much for my 3-unit mathematics exam because I thought I would just do fine. I was like, yes, screw this should be okay. But things didn't go as planned. I stuffed it up. I was really, really sad afterwards. I was just feeling really down. I was feeling really, not too great with myself. Then afterwards, I was chatting with some seniors online, just on Facebook. I was having a chat. I was like, hey bro, I really stuffed up the exam today. I'm not feeling too great. And then he was like, he told me something which I still remember to this day. It was along the lines of, oh, there's still plenty of opportunities to prove yourself. And that line just kind of like stuck with me. I was like, oh, actually, yeah, he's totally right. You know, I still have the task 3 exams, I still have the trial exams, and I still have the HSC exams on top of that. So this kind of shows that, like, even if you're really deep into your school year, and even if you feel like you've screwed things over, there's still plenty of opportunities to make up for it. Like, even if you stuffed up your whole school rank and your trials just went down into the trash, then you still have the HSC exam, and the HSC exam is 50% of your total mark. That's plenty of time, plenty of substance to make up for what you lost, and to get a mark that you're happy with. So remember, guys, if you're ever just feeling just really bad that you stuffed up an exam, I'm sure there's plenty of opportunities to make up for it. Yeah, and with that pretty much wraps up what I kind of want to say about the motivation. Yeah, so I think in the next video, so episode 4, that will be of the Study Smart, Study Hard series, I'll probably try to talk a bit about study systems. So that's like, in like a given day, how do you study for X amount of hours, and like, you know, stay at your desk and focus. I've got a lot of study tips and strategies that I've got from seniors, and also a few things I've learned from myself. Thank you for watching the video. If you learned anything, please like, comment, or subscribe. It really helps the algorithm out. So yeah, in the near future, I'm going to do 2 or at most 3 more study hard episodes. And also, in about 4 or 5 weeks, I have an exam to study for. It's a pretty big exam, so I'm going to take it very seriously. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make a day in the life sort of video where I incorporate these strategies that I'm showing you through the study hard episodes and show you how I would implement it in my own study. Hopefully this would help to put everything together and will be pretty motivating to follow along too.